Hello and welcome, PocketWatch here, and it's about time for another episode of IO. Let's continue the story and let's continue with the criminal and the Ishtar. We have like 2 days, I believe, before the supposed like attack on the Exarch. So we're in like phase of like preparing ourselves, I would say. Actually 1 day, yeah, it was 29th. So yeah, let's just continue and let's see what we are going to do. The next night, we work ourselves to death, dealing with the vast amount of the net-related trouble that occurred after the eclipse.
やっと半分終了だわ。本当にすごい量ですよね。やってもやっても終わらないというか。そうね。
Okay.
そうやって考えると、これも無限ループみたいね。寒。
Also, yeah, you kinda explained to me about the sphere as well in the comments. Like, it showed like Ishtar said it's a future, but she does not recognize herself there, or something like that. That was weird, but yeah, something like that. So if like the space is like the amount of space in the sphere is so big, then it's possible to like maybe make some kind of projection slash illusion or something within the space. So maybe that's why like she doesn't recognize the stuff. Anyway,
そんなことありませんよ。
the sphere is like bothering me.
ついてるじゃありませんか。みんなで力を合わせればすぐに終わりますよ。
Also, I never checked that actually. Like you said, like this is actually the senpai with the M. It's like translation choice. Is there like no difference between the two pronunciations, senpai and senpai? Is that like the same or it means like slightly different? You know, like both are used in like slightly different meanings maybe? You can let me know. I think it's the same, but I'm glad that criminal was formed.
そうよね。本当に持つべきものは仲間よね。よよよよよよよ。
Oh yeah, that was Mika, okay. I bring my right arm to my face and sob fake tears into it.
それにしても、月食を皮切りに本当にネット関連の事件が増えましたよね。
With the battered look of triumph over countless enemies on his face, Kosuke speaks quietly and takes something out of the convenience store bag. Oh, it's Regista Gold. Okay, why we have something from shop as wiki link? A drink to nourish your old tired bones, mixture of 10 million milligram of taurine and what the actual fuck? Excuse me, what? Is your heart made of like do you have like artificial heart or something? Like what about your kidneys? Like what the fuck? I'm impressed you can check such a thick fattening fluid like that. Well, Kyosuke is a glutton, so I guess there's that. What the hell? No, what they say. Do a good turn daily. Or in Kosuke's case, do a good upturn daily. You can get at least few drops out of the can. Okay.
そういえば学校でもいろいろ噂が立ってます。
Okay.
そうよね。深夜のコンピューターがどうだとか。へえ、どんな話？はい、コンピューターの暴走もコードと何か関連があるんじゃないかって。
Okay. I'm checking code because like they were not really like a thing in the Hinata Road. Like we didn't focus on like the whole like net situation. So I'm like re-remembering some stuff. So Code is the cyber terrorists, so they're bad guys.
今朝の爆発事件もそうかもって学校で話してました。
最近は多いからな。
多いと言ってもあれだけ広い範囲だと相手を絞り込めないわね。
The bombings weren't limited to transportation hubs. It seems like the targeting were chosen indiscriminately. Public facilities, corporate buildings, private homes, and even government buildings had been attacked. That's way too excessive for the mere showboating criminals. There's no political motive either. There's just too many unknowns involved.
一連の事件の真犯人は伝説のハッカーヒーだという噂もあるわね。
How can be he perpetrator? Isn't he good guy? Right? Hackers are white hats. Hackers are good. So why you mean like hackers are good, crackers are bad? I mean, he's a legend, I guess, so they call him legendary hacker, but maybe he might be a cracker too, you know? Like, he's a legend, like, no one knows him, really. Like, he can actually work with code or something. From all we know. He crashed the networks owned by certain crime syndicate, yeah, so seems like he's a good guy. Or at least, like, on the very shade gray area, actually. He's like a vigilante in the cybernet. Legendary hacker, huh? Now that she brings it up, I think I do remember there being some sort of a controversy over whether such a person
ヒー
existed.
ドなんて単なる都市伝説に過ぎ。
都市電鉄ガタン
ウルパンスミス
ガタン
ゲームセンターのトリプル A と同じってことよ、おバカさん。
Okay. Rumor from the heyday of the arcade Satans concerns super skilled gamer. Oh, okay. I had no idea that was a thing. AAA would appear unexpectedly on the arcades around Japan with the high scores and leave. However, in reality, the phenomenon was nothing more than the popularity of players smashing the decision button impatiently at the high score name entry screen. Okay.
何ですかそれ。
凄腕のゲームプレイヤーの伝説。結局そんな個人が存在しないことはすでに立証されてるわ。
Well, there is no proof that legendary hacker does not exist.
あれと同じように匿名の複数の無自覚なハッカーがハッキングをした時に集団匿名として
Mika does have a point. If everyone takes up the same handle, they can be into several places at once and still have an alibi. Yeah, so this is like what I said about Mutsuki and Sin in Hinata Road. Like maybe the regulars thought it was like Sin, the one that we were looking for, but that really was not, because like they are not admins. They can check like the like from where the scene is logged in or stuff. Like they have just same name. Kind of weird though. Like you would assume that in Babylon they like have some how do you call this? Security. Yeah. Security to do not have the same name. But yeah, internet, like just like, you know, hacking, cracking, I guess just you can just call yourself whatever you want. Yeah. There's like no security over like, yeah, I can't have the same name as someone else.
ヒーはちゃんといるよ。
Yumi is so confident about this. Her dream is to meet him. Or her. Or whoever the he is. I assume he, because he, but who the fuck knows? Yumi rejects that notion with all her might.
まあね、どれだけすごい力を持ってるか知れないけど、いつ裏切るかもわからない。根っから信用できないやつだけどね。
So Masami believes in him too, okay.
違うよ。ヒーは正しいことしかしないの。
Okay. Looks like both members of the Shinizuka double believe that he exists, but their opinions on him are polar opposites. Kind of strange, considering Mayumi usually accepts what her older sister says.
お？ひょっとして運命の赤い糸で結ばれてるってやつ。
Okay. Did you meet him online or something? Or you assume you met him online?
もしかしなくても白馬の王子様ってやつですか？もう
Mineko flashbacks. Kosuke joins in the teasing. But,
それはラクダの王子だっつーの。べしー。
okay.
っていうか お前はなぜにラクダの鳴き声だとすぐわかる。
Camel. That's what a camel sounds like. What the hell is happening? What is this party? But man, that was well timed retort on Masami part. Shouldn't underestimate her.
もしかしてバカ？
だからそこを何度もバカって言うな。
じゃあコウスケはヒーについて
And then Mikara directs the pressure to Kosuke.
どうだろう。俺の親父は一度ヒーに命を助けられたって。
Interesting.
やっぱりそうなん。そんなことあるわけありません。コウスケ自身はどうなのよ。
親父ほど信じちゃいないけど、頭から否定するのもどうかと思ってる。
Nice.
まあ強いて言うなら
Wow.
ところですか。
Way to avoid. There it is. Kouchan's secret move. Fence sitting. Can this guy get any more ambiguous?
そんなの結論を先延ばしにしてるだけね。急補戦術。
今度こそ文豪ってか。
It feels like the discussion is going nowhere fast, so I will close the topic for now.
犯人が誰にしろ早く捕まってくれればいいわ。
犯行声明のメールでも出してくれれば助かるんですけど。
Okay.
そんなんあるんだったら警察も今ほど苦労してないと思うぜ、ユーミン。
And that's where Masami changes the subject.
メールといえば最近バビロンから最終
Okay, yep.
って言われてるアッシュルへの招
Now
待
we're back to stuff with Hinata and everything in school related. Let's see.
招待メール？
それ私のところにも来ました。確か
Yeah.
君はそこにいるのとか
So, for clarification, you can actually clarify this for me in the comments because I may just not completely understand something. But are you there? Because that was sent after Mutsuki, like it was sent recently. So it was not really Mutsuki sending this, but that was Marduk, right? I think. Right? I'm not sure. Was that Marduk or Mutsuki? Because Mutsuki was like treating Marduk as her daughter, so Marduk helping Mutsuki. Okay. That was just... I think that was Mutsuki. Okay, never mind. I just complicate stuff for no reason.
そうそう。誰かを探してほしいとかいうような感じだったな。
Yep. This conversation reminds me of the email I got the other day. Are you there? I'm here. Okay, yep. So it's sending indiscriminately to everyone in the whole city or something. Seems like the contracts are the contents are the same. Could they be related somehow? Should I ask? What the others thinks? Why is this a choice? I don't see a reason why I should, like, not ask them. Like, we are in the group. Like, we all got the same message. Like, we can just brainstorm this. Consult your friends indirectly. Why indirectly? Anyway, I will just consult them in whatever way. I don't see a reason to not.
ちょっと待ってくださいね。
Masami opens up the email she received.
LEM アットマーク
Yeah.
バビロン .com です。
レム？
バビロンの隠しキャラ的な妖精の名前ですよ。私もまだ見たことない。
Oh, so Mika is actually playing in Babylon. Okay. A hidden character, huh? So could those email invites be something intentionally sent out by Babylon? But still, if it's exactly the same content, then is it spam?
あのね、私にも似たようなメールが届いててさ。
先輩、バビロンプレイしてないのに？
うん。
Okay, so they assume this is only for the people who play Babylon. Okay. So they all play Babylon, I guess. They just didn't knew that the leader does not play the Babylon.
私がもらったのと本当だ。
We start alternatively between Masami's email and mine.
バビロンのメールから引用でもしたのかな。
それはありえない。 リーダーのメールの方が私たちよりも全然先じゃない。なるほど。そうです。
Let's compare the two arrival times. The email sent from Babylon is a timestamped about 8 hours after mine. Okay. Timestamp, the terminology metadata saved. Adding this timestamp to allow an expired password to be reused for Intrusion's popular hacking trick. Yeah. True.
このメールの送信主、心当たりがないわけではないんだけど。
Actually, the like with the timestamps and stuff, like fun stuff, like on like PS like 1, 2, I think games. Like there's like certain games that you can like change the time on your console, and then like you can skip something in the game instead of waiting. Like it just waits time for you.
そうなんすか？
うん。とある人を探すために旅に出ている音信不通の知人がいるから彼女なんじゃないかなって。
Okay. Oh yeah, talking about sister.
それって
I give Mayumi a wink.
もしかして？いえ、何も。
Oh,
ちょっと勘違いしてた。
interesting. So Yumi knows about Ishtar's sister, but Sami does not? Huh. Looks like Mayumi was quick to understand what I was getting at.
はあ？何それ？
Okay, maybe Masami is just way too ahead.
まあ、ユミちゃんのことだから。
うんうん。
I continue as if nothing had happened.
返信したくてもできないし、どうしたもんかと。
返信できない？
そのメールアカウント、もう使われてないのよ。
Okay.
何度か返信して。
でも、もしかしたらアカウントは違うけど同一人物っていう可能性がありますよね。
じゃあ、私たちのメール送信者にも。
あ、お願いできる？
はい、先輩。
Mika responds to the email invite she received with the lightning fast fingers. Okay. Thank you for your email. Who are you?
そんな、こちらのメールもアカウントが。
そっか。
I kind of expected that, but you know, it really is disappointing. We can make contact.
ないはずのアカウントから来た幽霊メールか。
なに？気味悪いこと。
あ、ごめん。
Two emails with the same content from two addresses that can be reached. How could they be related?
でも、本当不思議です。確かにね。こういう案内のメールって、いつもはいい読からでしょ？
I wonder if like this theme is going to be somehow connecting Hinata's story in terms of Mutsuki. Like, are we going to learn something more about Mutsuki, or it's going to be like about he, because he seems to be like important part of this, and Ishtar's sister. Either like these two people, or maybe we're going to learn something about Mutsuki in this road. I don't know, we'll see.
いい読？
あれ、先輩ご存知なかったですか？
Yeah, she knows nothing.
バビロン。
Ah, I see. I guess they formed after Anauki's desolation. In that case, I wonder if my disciples left in Babylon are with them too. Oh, yeah, you were not one of the Anauki, but your sister was, right? Like, she was part of this group, I think. That was mentioned in this road, right? You can remind me in the comments. Or I don't... Yeah, I might like confusing facts, but you can remind me.
いい読の人、すごく親切でしたよ。ユミが道に迷ったら、丁寧に道を教えてくれ。まあ、それが彼らの仕事なんでしょ。
Okay.
バビロンの警察みたいな役割も。規律は厳格ですね。リアルの警察なんかより。
隊長はいかにも男で、確かに頼りになりそうだったな。
The face and figure of one of my disciples come to my mind. So, Ishtar also was part of Anouki then? So, she and her sister were the part? that what I should get from this? Because Anoki, in the beginning, that was only 3 people, right? But then other people joined. Right? I think. Like, this group is not just 3 people. It's like 3 people started this, but the other joined later. This group. Sound like they're all behaving themselves. Make me kind of happy, actually.
実際には裏で目に見えない仕事をしている人の方が重要だと思うけど。
That's right. There are other things to do right now.
負けてられないわ。まだまだ未処理ファイルはどっちにあるんだし。
Okay. We somehow managed to finish everything, and when everyone ready to head back home, it's past 10 p.m.
じゃ、またね。
お疲れ様です。またです。リーダー、おやすみなさい。
じゃまた明日っす。
くれぐれも夜道には気をつけるんだよ。
Okay. After everyone heads back, I return to the room and continue work.
いけいけ。あ、やった。この調子ならあと2、3回やれば新しい特技を覚えられるわ。
What is happening? Mika's in the living room. Oh, yeah, okay. Playing Babylon. Since she's playing solo right now, I guess she's just level grinding for the time being. Okay. I did not thought that I will actually hear someone like casually playing Babylon. Okay, that was so serious thing in the Hinata Road. Here it just really sounded just like MMO.
近年ドラッグに関わるトラブルが非常に増えています。しかも検挙された8割が10代の若者たちなのです。
Yeah. I've got a subcomputer monitor constantly running news programs so I can watch world current events even while I work.
本当にドラッグの低年齢化が進んでますね。少年少女たちは何を思い、
Somehow Babylon.
危険なものに手を出すようになったのでしょう。
ドラッグ。
これでまた。
10代の少年少女が生まれた年代といえば IC イマジナリーチルドレンの奨励が認められるようになった頃です。
Yeah.
そして偶然と言うべきか必然と言うべきか検挙されたうちの9割以上が IC だというのがこのた。
So she's surprised about this. Okay. So she did not expect that ICs to be actually like real life drug dealers. I mean, I guess that makes sense. That she would be surprised about this because ICs don't really socialize in real life. So that makes little sense that they would be like mostly arrested. Like they would spend most of their time in the game, in the net. Like they have no reason to go outside and like do shady business. You know? Yeah, okay, I can see why Ishtar is like surprised about this. Did I just hear what I thought I heard?
新人類と言われている IC が一体どうしてドラッグなんかに手を染めるようになってしまったので。
IC は現実にリアルを見出せず、常に理人感に苛まれていると言います。きっとより良いリアルを体感できる手段を探し求めた結果でしょう。
Okay. So like, they think like they're using this to detach themselves from reality, so it feels better for them? Something like that?
そして簡単にリアルを感じられ
Yeah, I just said that.
手を出すということですか？
そういうことになる。
IC の人口割合は年々確実に増えています。これからの人類はこのまま薬漬けになってしまうのでしょうか。
これからそのドラッグにどう対処するかが我々人類の未来を左右すると言っても過言ではないでしょう。
There's a slight nuance in their closing statement insinuating that all ICs are criminals. It's sickening.
よし行け。そこで必殺技よ。
But still, why it only the ICs doing drugs? I mean, 90%, that's not only. To counteract the sense of the personalization, there's something not quite right about that explanation. There's got to be something else, yeah.
メッセージが届いてます。アルさんからですよ。
Oh, so Sami. Right? I think Sami is R. I probably opened up the chat window.
こんばんはリーダー。
Never mind, that's Yugi.
お疲れ様でした。
はいはい。 あるもね、よく頑張ったよ。
もしかしてリーダーは今もお仕事ですか？
私の場合、仕事と人生の区別がないからさ。でも、今はちょっと休憩中。
When all of the members are present for work, we rarely use chat programs. It's faster to just face each other and talk normally.
隠しアイテムゲットだわ。
Mika's so excited, I love it. She must have her reasons for using one now.
大したことではないんです。
I seems apologetic.
大したことじゃなくて結構。何でも話しちゃって。
Our braves a sigh of relief when I say that.
そうですか。それじゃあ
Okay.
もう一つくらいアイテム落としていってくれないかしら。
Wow.
今日学校で男の子とぶつかっちゃったんです。
Okay, okay. We are now connecting to Hinata Road. Okay. So this is the first bump. I think. First time he bumped onto Yumi. Second time he bumped onto Sami. Yeah.
あら、大丈夫？
怪我とかは全然なくて、でその子
Sounding
青い
peculiar.
花田くんって言うんですけど、なんか不思議な
What was weird about me? Uh-huh. Maybe taking an interest in the boy. Yeah, that is rare.
具体的にはどんな風だったの？
物静かで落ち着いてるんですけど、ふわふわしていて、時々どこにいるのかわからなくなるんです。
Okay. So I assume they will think he's icy because he can like really focus on stuff or something.
あんなところにレベル上げにちょうどいい相手が。
I love how Pika is just like randomly talking next door. The name Hinata sounds so bright and cheerful, but the boy named Hinata sounds so cold and gloomy. Wonder why is that?
別れ際、ひなたくんが笑ってくれたんですけど、なんだかとても
Okay.
寂しい目だ。お姉ちゃんはひなたくんとはライバルみたいで、別に普通だって言うんですけど、なんだか
Okay.
放っておけなくて。
そっかそっか。で、春はその男の子を好きになったのかな？
ただすごく寂しそうで気になったという。
そっか。じゃあ、その気持ち大事にしておきなさい。
There's no need to rush to a conclusion right now. Our face lights up once she understands.
そうなんです
Okay, interesting.
よね。ありがとうございます。
Now I feel bad for like doing a second like bunch of choices in the Hinata Road and like not recognizing Yumi. I'm still very curious if my choices from like second playthrough, in quotes, because that was hardly playthrough, second time, will affect this road. Maybe I should just actually... Maybe I just fucked up everything. Maybe I should just have like one playthrough of each road, basically. Just to have like continuation of the story. With the choices from the previous one to be identical to what was the first time. Anyway, I'm just thinking too much. I think too deep about this, I think. Even her voice sounds so bright and cheerful.
あと、ヒーは絶対正義の味方ですからね。
そうなんだ。
Okay.
あ、またこら、逃げないでよ。それじゃあ、明日も早いので、私はそろそろ寝ますね。
おやすみ。
Gotta get up early. Just how late is it now? Whoa, now, the clock says it's already 1 a.m. I guess I really should getting to bed.
一区切りつけちゃおうかな。
I stretch out wide, finish up a program and compile it. And that's when...
新着メールが2通届いちゃいました。
2 emails. Okay. It's late at night. Business communications takes top priority. Let's check this right away. The first is the ordinary job
ほ
request.
ほ
The other sender and subject fields were nothing but pluses. I think something similar happened to Hinata, right? Before. Same format as the mystery email I got the other day. I immediately realized that it's likely from the same person. I'm apprehensive about this. Once I open this email, there's no turning back, is there? Well, there's no turning back now either. I need to open it.
しょうがないな。別のやつを探そう。
よし。
I still my heart not open the email. And the message contained within. Stop the rampage or the world will collapse. Okay, this is very specific towards Ishtar, it seems. Okay. We never had this message before. Stop the rampage or the world will collapse. What rampage? Who's rampage? Rampage. The world will collapse. What in the world does that mean? I reply immediately, but of course only get an error in return. I'm once again blinded by darkness. What exactly is going to happen from now on? It's always at times like this that I recall that day. The day our team faced its greatest calamity ever. We barely escaped alive. But still, I'm very curious about this calamity now. Okay, that cross. I grasp my rosary and try to push back upon my wavering heart with all my might.
なんでそんなところに隠れてるのよ。もうこの。
Thanks to the high-spirited voice of my friend over the other room, I just barely managed to conquer my fear. I would like to take a moment now to thank Mika for her simple innocence. Interesting. Rampage and the end of the world, huh?
そこそこ早く捕まえてよ。
Interesting.
こうかえいえい
Like, it really, like, this road really feels kinda like this era in name terms. Like, they switch their names depending on situation. Like, in real life, it's like Mika and here it's Magdalene. Equus and Kosuke. It's like I'm reading this era and there's like... What? Maleus and Trusauka. For example.
ああ、逃げちゃう。もうあんたがボサッとしてるから逃げられちゃったじゃないの。
んなこと言ったって俺のノーパソスペックがかなりデロデロで反応遅いんだよ。
Okay.
んなもんちゃんとメンテや補強しないのが悪い。ほんとエケそっくりね。
ほほう、そうきましたか。
A leisurely early afternoon, Equus and Mika play the MMORPG Babylon to pass time before the others get here. Also, interesting choice. She called Kosuke Equus and Mika Mika. Like, you can see that she's more attached to her than to this guy. Like, more friendly and stuff. It's like very subtle thing. As actually the so-called final scenario had been publicly released yet. And who exactly called it the final scenario anyway?
ああ、もうやっぱりコウスケとは一心転身できないからこのシナリオのクリアは無理ね。無理。
Sympathy. Jesus, that's so much. What the fuck? Oh, translator note. Wait, what? That's the first time we have translator note? No sympathy. I guess like before I read this, like in this situation, it means no sympathy, but more like how do you call this? Compatible? Connection? Like being good at cooperating with each other? You know what I mean? I forgot the word actually. In this scene, Mika uses 4 kanji mantra. Okay, Ishin Denshin, which is commonly translated as sympathy, telepathy, or heart-to-heart communication in English. Okay. Kosuke misinterprets this as Nishin Denshin. Okay. Or a binary telegraphy, which, as Mika correctly states, is properly known as the Morse code. Localization of this mishearing used sympathy and symphony, reimagining Kyosuke's da-da-da-dee-dee-dee verbalization as the beautiful rendition of the symphony instrument. Okay, that's so weird. The following is the original tip for a Inshin Denshin. Okay. Okay. I like actually how they like added extra stuff just to explain why they translated the way they translated. That's something I don't think I ever saw before in visual novels. In Zen refers to silently passage from master to discipline of the masters of the Buddhism. Heart-to-heart communication, concept that cannot be described with words, can be understood except with enlightened heart. Do not think, feel. Okay. Better understanding thoughts without using words, communications of the heart. But here, Ishin Denshin does not refer to some special skill. Communication possible only between those capable of language of high context culture. Okay. High context culture empathize communication based not only on words but also hidden contexts, current situation, standpoint. Japanese culture is part of this category. In short, it's essential to convey feelings without words. Sometimes even most crucial of business is conveyed through context. Compared to foreigners, the Japanese apparently rarely say I love you, as if to avoid misunderstanding through improper ishi-denshin. Huh. Okay.
二進電進ツーツーツートントントンって
Yeah, that... Now I see why they gave us this tip note. Yeah.
それはモールス信号だってば。まったくこれだから普通かは。
Use context clues, yeah. Okay. The two of them attended Tokyo Metropolitan Watamatakawa High School. Is this the same school that... No. River Musa that set to mark the divine line between world and hell. Okay. Mika might just in data processing, so she's not exactly customized with Kosuke. It may seem like they're always at each other's necks, but sometimes they harmonize at the most unexpected of times.
かは関係ないだろまた難しい四字熟語で俺を惑わそうとしているな
維新伝心のどこが難しいのよ。だからあんたは州外慶中から程遠いって言うのよ。
Okay, Academian. Translator note again, holy shit. Mika uses 4 kanji compound. Again, okay. Shugai Keichu, or superior outside, the blessed within. Kosuke responds with Shogai Gakushu, or lifelong learning. Localization used an academian, huh? And macadamia nut. What the fuck? More accurate but less pun-worthy translation for Shugai Keichu is looks and brains. An expression used to describe someone who both good looking and smart, as in he's got looks and brains. A version of this phrase applies to females who would be brains and beauty. Okay.
生涯学習
Okay.
どっちにしても、コウスケには縁のない言葉ね。
なんだそりゃ
はいはい、お疲れさん。その辺で一区切りつけて、飲み物。
I literally never saw in visual novel like translation note to stuff.
ありがとうございますリーダー相変わらず気が利きますね
わざわざ先輩にそんな手間かけさせるなんて。すいません。私後輩失格です。ほら、コウスケも頭下げる。
すみません
飲みながら言う
Wow.
よいしょ
Oh my god.
気にしないで。
な。はい。
What is happening?
あそこでエクエスがさっさと捕まえててくれれば新しいヒントが得られたかもしれなかった。
Mika glares at Kosuke with stern sidelong glance.
そんなことわざと条件を難しくしてるゲームデザイナーに言ってほしいよな俺だって一生懸命やってるんだよ
You clearly need to slow time to catch someone, Kosuke.
私に合わせようという努力がまるで足りませ
Who
ん。
knows the nose?
まるでってあのな
ま まあまあまあ、二人と。
男女ペアが参加条件じゃなかったら私は先輩と組むんだけど。
Oh, wait. So they tried to participate in the Ashur scenario. Oh, okay. Okay. So they're like playing together to get on like each other vibes basically. So they can communicate without like really thinking about this, you know? The Ishi Denshin or the other one. The Denshin Ishin. Actually, the first one, Ishin Denshin. Because the other one was the misunderstanding from Kosuke. Yeah. But it's not going well. So they're not sure if like they can actually win this scenario or whatever.
いや、私はいいから。
Yeah. Ishtar really does not want to go to Babylon,
そうですか。
it seems. I want to go back there. Because it's filled with bitter memories of the younger years. Yeah, so she was a part of the Anaoki before. Right, as I start brooding,
あら、この声は
Yumi,
篠塚まさみ、
actually Sami.
期待いたしました。
Why I keep mistaking their voices? It's the elder of the double.
サミちゃん、おかえり。ユミは
下の本屋さんで本見てから来るそうです。待ってられないから先に来ちゃいましたって。ああ、もうアッシュールプレイしてるの？
Okay. Right upon entering, Masami quickly noticed that the other two are playing Babylon.
ずるいって言われた。
Also, this is interesting. Like, I remember Ashur to be more extreme. Like, like Hinata and Sakura got like separated and stuff. But here it really feels just like a video game. They're just playing some event. Huh. It's like a requirement for this weird thing to happen is to like dive with that like VR headset. Because they're just playing on like desktops. So. Huh.
どんな感じだった？
うんもう難しいのなんの
コウスケが足引っ張りまくりだからね。
だからあれは連帯責任だっちゅうの。
そうなの？知らんぷり。まあまあ、たかがコウスケのすることですから許してやってくださいよ、三田尾大官さん。良きに計らえ。
へいへいもう何とでも言って。
Going over to aid Kosuke in this time of need is.
こんにちは。
Yep.
遅くなりました。
ユーミみんなが一メルだよ。
I love this.
何かあった？
いつものことよ。
コウスケが役立たずだっていう。それは確かにいつ
Wow.
もの話です。
そんなそんなこんな状態で俺は一体誰とパートナーを組んでアッシュールに挑めばいいというんだ。
ああ、私がいるじゃない。
Wow.
なんですって？コウスケ？私の先輩に色目つ
Wow.
いい度胸してるじゃないの。
あ誤解だ誤解。リーダーからも何か言ってやってください。
いや、ほら、いつものことだから。ねえ、こうちゃん。
コウスケ？
Okay, yeah, her left eye is weird. I see my left eye, wine red aura emanating from Masami's entire body. Hers is usually colorless, so she must be quite emotional right now. Wait, so she, like, I thought this is like a hit detection or something or whatever. Like, she can see emotions with her, like, left eye? Or something, like, auras of people? What is happening?
だから誤解だってば。
I need explanation on her eye. Like, it's connected to her biocomputer, right? Like, she can see things like that because of connection, I guess. Like, it's some kind of technology. Maybe she's not seeing emotions, maybe it's something else, but... Maybe it's saying actually, like, I don't know, blood pressure or something, I don't know. Anyway. Kiosk is all jittery, his aura's the same as always, a rich colored mixture of the wide range of human emotions. As I ponder whether to help him out or to leave things as they are.
よくわからないけど、みんな
Okay.
というわけで、夕べみんなで対処すると決めた件だけど、
Yeah, because this is the 29 already, I think. So today is supposed to be the attack. Yeah.
まずは原因を探らなくてはなりませんね。
みんな宿題は済ませてきた。
はい、踏み台になってた大学のサーバからトレースしてみました。そこから最低でも5箇所は踏んでることが分かってます。
Okay.
最終的には無料レンタルサーバーにたどり着いたんですけど、でもさらに追跡をかけます。
うんうん、さすがダブルは優秀だね。
そんなことありがとう。単純な思考の持ち主は。
じゃあミカちゃん。
はい、以前私たちが作り上げたシステムの問題点をシステム構築の見地から、
それで
若干の古い構築部分をバージョンアップする必要はありますが、
Okay.
だよね。
Good.
考えうる限りの対策は取ってあるからね。
はっきり言って自分たちの最高のツールを使ってもクラッキングは無理です。
I'm very curious if it's actually going to be he.
現状ではつけ
He is a good guy, so if he is like going to like it's going to like be weird for Yumi as well. I think like she will like be wondering if like he is really good, or maybe she's going to start think that Exarch are bad. Because if it's really he who tried to crack or like hack into the Exarch, that means he's doing something to stop them or whatever, you know, or exploit them. So he thinks of them as bad. So unwillingly, we may become villains here. If what he is doing is actually a good thing. But Exarch has shady with the Babylon and stuff, so yeah. Very curious where this is going.
オートなんかじゃダメよ。オートなんかじゃ。お姉ちゃん。
ま、となると内部のものの手引きが。
それってもしかしてソーシャルエンジニアリング。
あら、コース。
あのな。
Looks like Oscapation's level are going critical.
はい、コメント。ともかく事前に実際にシステムに入って原因を探る必要があるわね。プロジェクタで映し出し。
Okay. First, someone to monitor from the inside, someone to crack from the outside, someone to track data.
まあ、こんなもんかしら。
That's simple.
内部の手引きの可能性はこっちで少し調べておくけど。
なるほど。
そうですね。試しに実験してみるんですね。
ごメイト、一度ダミークラッカーをクリミナルに突っ込んでみて、どこまでシステムが動くのか見てみるのよ。
Okay.
私クラッカ
She's so excited about this, yeah. That's her field, of course. True, that might be suitable cracker. But it might be a little dangerous for her to go alone.
じゃあ、あるはそのバックアップをお願い。
Okay.
ー。わかりました。
じゃあ俺はいつものように記録係でいいよ。
じゃあ私はモニタリングに。
結構結構。じゃあ今日は忙しいし。
あ、いいですね。
来来券、今日は絶対来来券。私昨日の晩から決めてたんだから。
Okay, what is Rairaiken? Is this like actually a dish? Or is something just in the IO?
来来県のラーメン美味しいですよね。
また媚びを売りや。
そろそろ蚊取り線香の季節。その程度じゃ死なないんじゃないの？
ふん。みんなに鍛えられておかげですっかり体勢がついちゃいました。
感謝なさい。
私は何の変哲もない全く普通のラーメンがいい。これで決定。
じゃあ私は奮発してチャーシュー麺。
奮発って私がお金払うんだけど。
もうリーダーったら太っ腹。
Of course. Nah, it's not really that big deal, but
ユミはタンメンだっけ？
Tanmen. Also don't know what that dish is. Sounds like ramen, but with some changes.
じゃあ俺は餃子定食で。
ニンニク草。レディーの前で食べる食事では。
誰もレディーなんかここにはいないっつうの。
ほほー覚悟はいいかしら。
あ、それから特製ラーメンとチャーハン大盛り。それと
まだ食うんか。コウスケのモットーは一日一善ならぬ。
One dine a day. Okay.
褒めないでくださいよ。照れるな。
全然一膳じゃ足りてないじゃん。
まったくバカの大食いとはこのこ。
そんな日本語ねえっつうの。
っていうか注文取るのはコウスケだから、君は別にみんなに宣言する必要はない。
え、
Wow.
よろしく。
またかよ。
お願い。
Thus, the manual task of placing an order by phone was assigned to Kosuke. Makes a punch, Kochan. Yeah. I don't like placing orders too. Okay, system administration. And what we're going to do in system administration, we're going to leave for the next time. So it's time. It's 29. It's time for the hack to begin, or the cracking to begin from the other side. I mean, first we are going to the training scenario, it seems, but then we're going to have to deal with the real stuff that threatens Exarch, it seems. So yeah, that's for the next episode. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one. So click the like button if you liked the episode, subscribe for more, check my Discord, and become a member if you'd like to support me and see episodes earlier. Thank you once again, and for a Pocket Watch, let's going out.